How's it going, everybody? It's me, Hokyoku, and today we're going to be talking about Dehya for probably the last time before she actually comes out. I basically just want to talk about a little bit of team comps, a little bit of just last minute Dehya stuff before we actually get into seeing what she actually does when she fully releases in-game. I get full chance to test her out and whatnot, and finish up my final build guide, I guess, for Dehya moving forward. But yeah, so Dehya is gonna be out in like 2 days, so we've got literally a day and 20 hours to wait. So since I work night shifts, I get home like super late pretty much, and we leave pretty early in the evening, so I will not necessarily be wishing for Dehya on the day of release. Really, I might test her out a little bit and make sure that she actually is like fully how she should be, everything working all properly with her, how she basically should be, and everything like that. But then the day after, I will be end up wishing for Dehya. Probably gonna go for C0 first, then we're gonna go for the weapon, because I think the reason why I want to go for the weapon is due to the fact that the weapon banner for Dehya her weapon might not actually ever return, and her weapon is going to be pretty substantial. Yes, C1 gives me more damage, but having her weapon also is going to be able to get me like 100 crit rate with my current build, because we actually do have information on her weapon now. So instead of 70 crit rate, I'll have like 105 crit rate, so I will mess around with my build again. Probably switch to actually my better Pyro Goblet instead of the one that has like tons of crit rate and whatnot, which was this one. So there's this one. I'll probably swap over to this, which is my better Pyro Damage Goblet. I'll probably be able to actually do that pretty easily. Might even swap over to something like this, but yeah, really, I'm trying to keep a pretty good damage spread and whatnot. But yeah, as for my build on Dehya, we are going to have a pretty good solid build, 2-piece mill, 2-piece glad, which I think is pretty solid overall, because yeah, she's going to have pyro damage bonus from her cup, that kind of stuff. It's going to give her some good bonuses right there. But then HP is really important for her overall kit, as well as attack percent being important for her overall kit and damage as well. So that's pretty much what we're running at there. 71, 130, 25. But the thing that I wanted to talk about today is about my personal team comp I'm going to run with Dehya. With Dehya being somewhat of a damage dealer slash support slash sub DPS, is going to be this team right here, as you're seeing right here, with Tartaglia. I could actually swap out for like an Ayato, but I don't have Ayato. We might get him eventually. But then we've got Xinyan, aka Dehya, basically being right here. And we've got a C6 Bennett, so I can pop down Burst and then have Pyro Infusion normals. So overall it's pretty good. And then we've got Kazuha for either extra Hydra damage or extra Pyro damage. So this is the team that I was running a bunch of streams back. And yeah, I really like it. But then we've also got several other team comps that I think are going to be pretty decent. Let's go ahead and find them. So we've got Dehya Pyro Damage team comp. Yeah, this is my specific team comp that I'm running. Alternatively, you can actually swap out for like another Pyro DPS. Like Hu Tao would work pretty well in this team. Like, because Dehya can protect Hu Tao pretty much, not from her own personal damage sap, but from if she gets hit and that kind of stuff, she won't take as much damage and whatnot. So I think it works out pretty well. So that works pretty good there. Dehya Melt team comp is going to be pretty interesting, because really what you can do is you can pair up like Shenhe, Ganyu, Nahida, and sorry for that, but you can pair up Dehya basically as the Pyro driver, basically keeping Pyro applied to enemies, and also Ganyu, when she hits enemies and stuff, she's gonna apply like Cryo and Pyro and whatnot. It's gonna trigger Nahida's stuff as well. Really, if you wanted to keep this going in a more of a different way, you could probably swap out like Shenhe. Sadly, you wouldn't get as much like cryo damage scaling, I guess, but it would probably be fine. But you could swap out for like another Dendro, like Yao Yao would be really good, or yeah, I would swap out for another Dendro, like Nahida for Yao Yao could potentially work, but then you would need another Dendro character, like Tainari, Kale would potentially work as well, or Baiju is actually going to be coming out pretty soon. Could work very nicely for team comp at that as well. And then I guess we don't have any other teams on standby right there. But another team that you could test out would be something like a Wanderer, because Dehya works actually very well as a Wanderer support, which I'm really hoping she works extremely well as a Wanderer support. And also characters like Ganyu would be very good, because then you can literally be right on top of enemies. You get hit with a big hit, instead of getting staggered out of your charge shot charging time, you might actually be able to stay in that with her stagger resistance and swap over to Ganyu. Can work very well with rotations. But yeah, as for Ganyu, works very well. Other characters that aren't as tanky can definitely benefit from her as well. Like, Eula gets stagger resistance, but with Dehya in the team as well, you can get slightly even more stagger resistance. So something to consider. With Xiao, also very good to pair up with Dehya, because Dehya does coordinate attacks, so that means his attacks, his plunging attacks, are going to trigger that, as well as allowing him to have a bit more damage resistance and that kind of stuff. Because yeah, he does sap his own HP, so it's definitely a good thing to consider having a support that can basically block a lot of that damage. Now, usually like shielding characters work very nicely for that, but also corrosion. If you're going with Xiao trying to fight corrosion enemies, you're not gonna have a fun time. So yeah, I would pair up Dehya with that. Really, like, Dehya has a spot as a counter to corrosion enemies, basically the wolves, the like golden wolf lord and that kind of stuff. So she definitely has a place, but it's just not quite as good as shields. It's not quite as good as heals for just general gameplay wise. But if you're facing corroded enemies, it should be pretty good. But yeah, my personal build on Dehya is going for a lot of HP and a lot of her support capabilities more so. And then occasional burst damage, just doing some bursting, just passively pretty much. Like, cause in Overworld it's like, yeah, you're not really gonna use her burst too much anyway. So it's mostly her E-skill coordinated attacks, which aren't that bad really. But yeah, and my Xinyan already does pretty good enough damage at level 50 or whatever she is right now. Like, she's not very high level. Boom. Tartaglia just sniped him out of the existence. But yeah, basically, we also have the Dehya story quest coming pretty soon. There's apparently already a synopsis out for it, but I don't really know what that is. I'm going to keep myself unspoiled for it. And we probably will do the Dehya story quest on stream, and I might get some clips or highlights from that as well. I will do that as a reaction kind of thing. But yeah, this is basically what the rotation we're gonna do with Dehya. Like, look, I can already get a pretty good amount of damage, even though, like, it's not gonna be much more damage from normal attacks from Dehya, but it's still gonna be fun, cause yeah, it's basically the same build, kind of the same effects for the most part. Where is this last enemy? Oh, I see. But yeah, we're basically just gonna be chilling. I really hope I get her weapon early. It might not happen, but if it doesn't, we've got like 211 wishes saved up, so that's gonna be pretty alright. We are on 50-50 for Dehya. We're actually close to a standard banner pity, so I might save that for 3.6 and hope to get another Dehya copy, or like C1 Dehya or whatever, off of standard banner or something like that. If everything goes, so we could basically either end up with Dehya and maybe a lost 50-50 on the weapon, Sino's weapon, something like that, or we could end up with a Dehya if we win 50-50 the first time, and also her weapon, even if we go like all the way to max, I guess. And then we'll also have, let's see, we'll also have good bit of Dehya wishes saved up as well. Also, this, just running through here and recording a video gives me major deja vu, because there's actually like a secret video that I never actually published of me just running through this area. It's like a video I never just published because I was like, it's not really worth publishing. But yeah, like I basically recorded a video here already. But yeah, anyway, that's basically enough rambling from me. Also, we are close to AR60, so I'm very happy about that. But yeah, if you like the video, remember to subscribe. I am very close to 100 subscribers. So it really helped me out a lot if you would. But yeah, anyway, excited for Dehya. Probably gonna wish for her on the Wednesday. I will keep you guys updated with another update video that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be wishing for Dehya. It'll probably be on Twitch and YouTube, is what I'm gonna do with that. But yeah, and then I will have a wishing video edited up for you guys as well. But anyway, it's been me, Hokyoku. I'll catch you all next time. Farewell.